Let's explore wild wonders at the San Diego Zoo.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Spineless Marvels Insect House at the San Diego Zoo. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
And today we're going to be talking about
everybody's favorite, tarantulas. Now, most people, when they come to the San Diego Zoo's insect house, they think all they're going to see are insects. But we actually have a lot of other different animals. Today, we're going to focus on some of the tarantulas that we raise here. The first one we're going to look at is the rose-haired tarantula from the northern desert regions of Chile. Now, when you look at a tarantula up close, you can really see the differences in the body. All tarantulas have 8 legs and 2 body parts, a cephalothorax and an abdomen. And if you look really close to the front region, they look like they have 2 shorter legs that are called pedipalps. And what they use those pedipalps for is to hold and manipulate their food, that could be smaller insects, and they use their fangs to inject their venom to help stabilize the food and slow it down so they can eat it better.
Okay guys, now we're going to talk about another South American tarantula, but this one comes from the rainforests in Brazil. This is the Brazilian White-Knee Tarantula, named for its obvious white knees. As you can see, these guys are awesome. They're really, really big. They are one of the more aggressive tarantulas out there, so they are very good hunters. They're very fast. So they go out at night in the rainforest hunting, and they can eat pretty much anything they can catch. Medium-sized insects, small lizards, even an occasional bird. And so sometimes they're called Brazilian white-kneed bird eaters. Now, if something comes along and tries to mess with them, they've got a really cool defense adaptation where they can kick hairs off of their abdomen, and they're really, really irritating. They're called urticating hairs, and they get into the eyes of predators, and it really is, it itches and it's really irritating. But it'll get the spider a chance to escape with its life.
Now we're going to talk about another desert species. The first one we focused on was the rose-haired tarantula from South America. Now we're going to talk about the desert blonde from North America. Now, both of those tarantulas are called terrestrial tarantulas, and what that means is they stay closer to the ground and they live in burrows or crevices that they can find to protect themselves. Now, desert blonde tarantulas, because they're found in the desert, it's actually kind of rare to see them hanging out during the day because of the hot sun. So they mainly stay protected in their burrows during the day, and then at night they'll venture out to hunt for their food, which could be smaller insects or smaller mammals. And just like the other species that we've talked about, they have fangs and they do have venom, but the venom isn't really dangerous to humans. It's more geared toward the smaller animals that they're going to eat. Now, one of the really cool things about these tarantulas, if you live in California and you go out hiking a lot, is it's actually not very uncommon to see these guys venturing out and taking a walk during the day, or even closer to the evening when it's cooling off a little bit.
Kelly, little help.
It's okay, Chris, chill out. Now, I know this looks super scary what you guys are looking at right now, but these actually aren't real live tarantulas. In order for tarantulas to get bigger, they have to shed their exoskeleton. So what you're looking at is an actual exoskeleton of a tarantula, but it looks real, huh, Chris?
Wow, they really do look real, very convincing. They shed down to the very little hairs, so it looks just like another real life tarantula.
And even the baby ones do it, so it's actually super cute.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us here at Spineless Marvels.
This is our 6-week-old greater one-horned rhino named Cheetah, and this is our Ankole cattle named Moo Kitty. The introduction's going really well. They've really warmed up towards each other, and they've gotten a lot more comfortable around each other. The two of them were introduced based on similar demeanor and similar size. Cheetah would be with his mother at this time, and so one thing we do here at the nursery for our greater one-horned rhinos is try to find a compatible companion for them, and so this Ankole was brought special just for Cheetah. Our hopes are that the two of them become better friends and become more comfortable with each other, maybe laying near each other and finding that warmth and companionship with each other.
We're at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, and we are looking at our red river hog babies. We've got 5 babies, 4 males and 1 female. Red river hogs come from Africa, mostly in rainforested areas, but they can survive in a variety of areas, grasslands and deserts as well. So our mother, Lozy, she tends to walk around a lot while she's foraging for food. It's pretty fun to watch because when she finally stops to eat a little bit, that's when the piglets are able to kind of crowd around her and start nursing from her. It's pretty fun because she tends to walk and the piglets will be still nursing and they'll end up getting dragged across the exhibit as she's walking. So our red river hog piglets tend to play a lot with each other. There are 5 of them and they're consistently sparring with each other. They are climbing on top of each other, exploring the world together, and today they got an exciting new browse that they haven't gotten before, and they were able to explore that, taste it a little bit, as well as pick up solid foods from the ground. So the red river hogs have that unique patterning of stripes and spots on their side, and it usually will stay on there for about a month or a month and a half. They're about 3 weeks old right now, so just about a month more, and then they'll start getting in that darker red coat. Red river hogs are one of my favorite animals. They're really smart, they're really curious, and right now they're really cute. And they're pretty animals all around, even as adults.
We're here at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. We just had our first California Condor chick of the year hatch about 2 weeks ago. It's 15 days old now. Its name is Wesa, W-E-S-A, and it's a Chumash word that translates to a celebratory drink. The puppet is it's kind of like a fancy glove. It covers our hands so the chicks don't get any beneficial experiences from people. We don't want it imprinting on the people getting used to us when it goes out to the wild. We want it to be a nice wild animal, not relying on people for food. When we candle the condor eggs, we actually hold the egg up to a bright light. We see blood vessels, we see movement, and many times we can see what position the chick is moving into as it's getting ready to hatch. Condor chicks, just like any babies, they sleep a lot. They concentrate on growing and getting bigger. Very vigorous eaters, so they will compete very well with the puppet, trying to take food from the puppet or eat it really quickly out of the food crock before the puppet can grab it. They can be playful. We give them a feather in the isolette as enrichment, as a play item. It'll sleep on it, it'll stand on it and pick at it and chew on it, and just like we see that happen in the nest boxes with the parents too.
So we're here at the San Diego Zoo in Ituri Forest giving out some special fall enrichment to some mixed species exhibits. All of these animals are from Africa, and we have some monkeys and some otters. For the otters, we put some tapelin fish inside the gourd so that they would have a treat. And then we put peanut butter and honey on the pumpkins and also some corn inside. And then the pumpkin seeds themselves are a big treat for the monkeys. And also the pumpkin, they're having a good time eating that. When we put enrichment out, it really depends on the individual animal. Jerry is an Allen swamp monkey. He's probably the biggest instigator. Over on the other side, we have spot-nosed guenons, and there's a trio. They're all siblings, and so they kind of work together to really go after the enrichment. Enrichment's really important to encourage species-specific behaviors. It's great to give the animals something out of the blue that's, fun puzzle to figure out for them to use their mental and their physical abilities, and it's fun for people to watch too.
Hi everyone, this is a pancake tortoise. Do you know why they're called pancake tortoises? Well, obviously, it's because they love pancakes. No, just kidding. It's because of that flat shell. Look at that shell there. Very, very flat little pancake tortoise here, and that's because this tortoise species loves to wedge themselves into little rocky outcroppings in Africa called rock copies. Now those little areas give them shelter from predators such as birds of prey, bigger animals that want to eat anything that eats meat really. And these little guys, they eat, what do you think? Lettuce? That would make sense. But honestly, these guys not only eat lettuce and grasses and things like that, but they love to eat any other dead animals. Sounds weird, but it makes sense, and nature knows best. Nature knows that these guys need some nutrients like calcium and proteins, and they know exactly where to go to get it. The wild of the world is a pretty cool place, and it always boggles our mind with new things that we're willing to learn. So next time you're eating pancakes, think about a pancake tortoise. Really cool tortoise species from Africa.
We're at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park just outside of the East Africa enclosure. We just released Mom and her 2-week-old giraffe calf out into the exhibit. So it took a little bit for the rest of the herd to realize that Cheetah and Congo were out on exhibit, but then once they did, they all needed to come over, and part of their interaction is they will smell them and they'll lick them. Of course, Mom is always close by just to make sure that everything's going smoothly. Congo gets a little confused, and this always happens with giraffe calves. They don't know where Mom may have gone, and they get lost in the legs sometimes, and so they kind of have to sort that out. But the giraffe aren't ever aggressive. They just want to make sure that they can check out the new one and kind of see what's going on. The next youngest calves are about a year or so old, and they'll be very curious and they'll be involved, and he'll want to play with them and run around. And he may not always be with Mom, but he'll certainly be around the group, and giraffe are very good about integrating the little ones in. And so he'll spend a lot of time with the rest of the herd, and of course a lot of time with Mom exploring his new exhibit. The giraffe can be visible from the trams, photo caravan safaris, cart safaris, and also on foot at Kalima Point near Aurora and Snore tents.
fowl parade is a surprise to our guests, essentially. It's not actually on our map, but every day we walk this parade of birds through the heart of our village, surprising our guests.
Hi! These are Christmas guinea fowls. You guys are taking a little parade around the park. This is Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Hi, are those cool birds?
These birds are very outgoing and very hardy species, and so they enjoy running up to people and being curious and investigating them. So it's been really fun, a surprise for our guests, and the birds are well suited to do it. The guinea fowl are an African species of birds, and you tend to find them throughout sub-Saharan Africa, the classic savanna environments. And so they're well suited to be able to run over different terrain and to be very courageous in going up to our guests. And we've trained them to believe that all of our guests in all the areas of the safari park are very positive. A great time to see our guinea fowl parade is during our butterfly jungle promotion at the safari park. Join us along the walk, and the birds enjoy the company.
Hi there, do you guys want to learn about a blue-tongued skink? Well, that's exactly what this is here. That's a lizard species from Australia. Blue-tongued skinks have a bright blue tongue to help advertise that they are a big, bad, poisonous lizard. It would be a very bad idea to eat them, but it's not true. You know, some animals use things that are natural out in the animal kingdom that help them be successful. And pretending to be a poisonous lizard is gonna help Wally here live to see another day out in the wild. Do you see that? Pretty cool tongue. Now, blue-tongued skinks like Wally here, they love to eat snails because they're not a very fast lizard at all. So eating snails, you're able to catch up with your food. Pretty cool when you're an escargot eater of the world.
Ruksa, our cheetah cub, we noticed started to have his front feet turn outward. We called in some experts to look at this, and it turned out to be that one of his front leg bones had stopped growing while the other one continued, creating that outward curvature of his feet. So we had a surgeon come in who was able to relieve the pressure on the one bone. Now his feet have started to correct, they're going back to forward, and as his bone continues to grow back correctly, we'll see his feet turn facing forward again. Ruksa and Rhino are in training to be ambassadors, and so as a part of their training, they're getting used to all of the stimulus around the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. So we do take them on walks on leashes, short walks. The walking is also a good exercise regimen for Ruksa in the healing of his legs and the positive growth. So walking is something that they do every day here at the park. Ruksa and Rhino have the closest relationship of any of the cheetahs and dogs that we've raised here at the Safari Park over the past 13 years. To be able to be together from 4 weeks and 5 weeks of age has definitely allowed them to become bonded, much more like siblings than like friends. They are very, very close, and they take a lot of comfort in one another. The daily routine of Ruksa and Rhino is a lot like taking care of preschoolers at this point. When we show up in the morning, they're full of energy, happy to see us. We need to make sure they get their breakfast, we clean up after them, they take a nap, they get their exercise, and it's pretty much eat, sleep, play, repeat. But one of the great things about them becoming ambassadors is that they have a training routine as well, and that means they're starting to get out in the safari park. So our visitors could perchance see them walking around our grounds every day.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time on Wild Wonders at the San Diego Zoo.